Mikhail Tal was not just a chess player. He was chaos on the board, a magician who sacrificed pieces without fear. A man who proved that chess is not only about logic, but about courage, imagination, and psychological warfare. They didn't call him the magician from Riga for nothing. This is the life story of Mikhail Tal, from a sickly child to the most feared attacking player in chess history. Mikhail Tal was born on November 9, 1936, in Riga, Latvia, which was part of the Soviet Union at the time. From birth, Tal was physically weak and suffered from health problems throughout his life, including kidney issues that would later become severe. Doctors worried about his fragile body, but no one questioned his sharp mind. Tal learned to play chess at the age of 6, and it quickly became clear that this child didn't think like others. By the time he was a teenager, Tal wasn't just winning games. He was confusing, overwhelming, and out-imagining his opponents. His moves often looked strange, sometimes even incorrect, yet somehow they worked, leaving opponents unsure and uncomfortable. Tal entered competitive chess in his teens and rose at an unbelievable speed. While other players focused on openings, endgames, and strict theory, Tal studied people. He believed chess was not played only on the board, but inside the opponent's mind. He famously said, "The hardest game to win is a one game." Tal didn't aim to play perfect chess, he aimed to play dangerous chess. He sacrificed pieces, not because his calculations were always flawless, but because he believed pressure would break the opponent. Most of the time, he was right. Many grandmasters later admitted that even when they suspected Tal's sacrifices were risky, fear stopped them from accepting them. In 1960, the chess world witnessed one of the most dramatic and unforgettable championship battles in history. On one side stood Mikhail Botvinnik, the reigning world champion, calm, methodical, deeply prepared, and famous for his scientific, machine-like approach to chess, built on structure, discipline, and long-term planning. On the other side was Mikhail Tal, just 23 years old, unpredictable, fearless, and overflowing with imagination, a player who thrived on chaos rather than control. Where Botvinnik trusted logic and preparation, Tal trusted intuition and courage. Many experts believed Tal's risky attacking style would eventually collapse under the immense pressure of a world championship match, but Tal had a different vision. Game after game, he launched bold and often shocking attacks, sacrificing material not for guaranteed gain, but to drag Botvinnik into unfamiliar and uncomfortable positions. Tal didn't just battle on the chessboard, he waged psychological warfare, constantly forcing his opponent to calculate under pressure and doubt his own choices. His creativity, relentless aggression, and fearless sacrifices slowly broke down Botvinnik's defenses. Against all expectations, Mikhail Tal defeated the great Botvinnik and captured the World Chess Championship title, becoming the youngest world champion of his era. The chess world was stunned. It was a moment that proved imagination could overpower calculation, the day a magician defeated the machine. After winning the World Championship at just 23, Mikhail Tal's life entered a new chapter, one full of triumph, challenges, and relentless passion. Though he had reached the pinnacle of chess, his reign as world champion was short-lived. In the rematch, Mikhail Botvinnik reclaimed the title, and Tal lost the crown. Yet losing did not diminish his legend. Tal continued to play with the same fearless, attacking style that had made him famous, captivating audiences and terrifying opponents around the world. His games became a showcase of creativity, daring sacrifices, and psychological mastery, proving that a player's spirit could be even more powerful than their title. Beyond the board, Tal faced constant health struggles, including chronic kidney problems that plagued him throughout his life. Even so, he traveled extensively for tournaments, often competing while taking painkillers or recovering from surgeries, and never letting his physical condition dull his attacking genius. Tal's personal life was equally intense. He lived fast, laughed often, and embraced chaos as much off the board as on it. Despite setbacks, he inspired a generation of chess players with his courage, creativity, and the sheer beauty of his games, showing the world that true greatness is not measured by how long you hold a crown, but by the mark you leave on history. Tal's reign as world champion was short, and Botvinnik reclaimed the title in the rematch. But Tal never lost his legend. People didn't remember him for how long he held the crown. They remembered how he made them feel. Watching Tal play was like watching art in motion, unpredictable, risky, and breathtaking. Behind Mikhail Tal's brilliance, there was constant pain. From a young age, he suffered from serious kidney problems that followed him throughout his life, leading to frequent hospitalizations and intense physical suffering. There were times when doctors advised him to stop playing completely, yet Tal continued to compete while taking strong painkillers, returning to tournaments shortly after surgeries, and sometimes even playing directly after leaving the hospital. For him, chess was more than a career. It was an escape from pain. Off the board, his life was equally chaotic. Tal drank, smoked, and often ignored medical advice, pushing his body far beyond its limits. He faced it all with dark humor, once joking, "I smoke, I drink, I don't sleep, but I play good chess." A line that perfectly captured a man who chose passion and creativity over caution. Even as his health declined, Tal remained a nightmare for opponents. In blitz and rapid chess, he was nearly unstoppable, defeating world champions decades younger than him and proving that creativity does not age. His games are still studied today because they teach something rare: that creativity can defeat calculation, courage can beat caution, and beauty still matters in chess. By the late 1980s, Mikhail Tal's health had deteriorated to a point that would have forced most people to retire completely. Yet Tal refused to give up his lifelong passion. Despite constant pain, hospital visits, and the limitations of his fragile body, he continued to travel, compete in tournaments, and play the kind of fearless, attacking chess that had made him a legend. He also dedicated time to teaching and inspiring younger generations, passing on not just knowledge of openings and tactics, but the philosophy of courage, creativity, and imagination in chess. On June 28, 1992, the chess world lost this extraordinary magician when Mikhail Tal passed away at the age of 55. The outpouring of grief was profound, for the world mourned not just a world champion, but an artist who had turned chess into living, breathing poetry. Tal proved one eternal truth: chess is not only about finding the objectively best move, it is about daring to play it, about taking risks that most would never imagine. Today, decades later, his sacrifices still shock chess engines, his combinations still inspire awe, and his games continue to ignite passion among players and fans alike. Tal didn't play to avoid mistakes. He played to create beauty, to make every game a spectacle of imagination and courage. And that is why Mikhail Tal will never truly die on the chessboard. His magic lives on in every daring sacrifice, every unexpected attack, and every game where imagination triumphs over calculation. Mikhail Tal didn't try to be perfect. He tried to be unforgettable. His chess was risky, emotional, and alive, just like him. Long after the game's end, the magic remains. If you love chess, its stories, its psychology, and its fearless battles, make sure to subscribe for more legendary chess stories like this. Because chess is not just a game, it's a battle of minds.